Good morning, everyone. All of you, I hope you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, then you can raise a flag, else we will start the class. This is our first formal class. Before that, I have interacted with MTech student as well as dual degree students separately. This is an annoyance. Muralidhar, this is an annoyance because I am taking it in online mode. If I do not admit you, where is this guy? Muralidhar, please try to join in time. Otherwise, this is an annoyance because I am taking it in online mode. If you keep on joining after the scheduled hour, it becomes I have to stop my presentation and come here. This is not acceptable. So fine. So I have already interacted with the MTech students and dual degree students separately. That was the interaction session. Still, I will require few classes to bring both the group of students at par. There is one more issue which I need to discuss. You are coming from, particularly the MTech students, you are coming from different backgrounds, from different colleges, where the basic subject which is prerequisite for theory of abrasive machining or grinding, which is machine tool and machining, are taught differently. They would be, you might have covered the exactly same thing that we have covered for our students, but at the same time, we might be using some different notations. So it is very important that we are on the same page as far as notations and terminologies are concerned. So let us see what we are going to discuss today. We are going to discuss this particular point. Some of them I will start discussing in this particular slide itself, and some of them I will start discussing somewhere else. So where is my pen? So as we have indicated earlier, that grinding is also a machining or material removal process. This we have indicated in our interaction session with both the groups. Further, that we have indicated is that this is a conventional machining or material removal process. What do we mean by conventional material removal process? That we will try to discuss. This is becoming rather annoying. All of you can hear me at this moment. I think there are 12 students. Try to join early. Please try to join early, because once I start the class, I cannot admit you without coming out of my presentation. There is one more suggestion. If you can suggest me some settings by which I can, I need not admit you, you can admit automatically, please send me an email. That would be very much appreciated. Those who are wishing me happy Teachers Day, thank you to all of you. Let us progress. Let us proceed with our presentation. So conventional, this is also conventional machining operation. By conventional machining operation, what we mean is something like this. You have a workpiece. Those who have done my MTM class, they must be laughing that how come Professor Soumitra Pal is drawing such a lousy drawing. But believe me, this digital ink thing is so horrible. So this is a simple top view of a schematic operation of turning. This is my cutting tool. So in a conventional machining operation, you do require a cutting tool, you do require a workpiece, and most important thing that is required is that a mechanical force is applied by the cutting tool on the workpiece, and when you do that, the workpiece fails, and this failure is shear failure, as you know, and the material which comes out, the extra material, it comes out as chips. If I can go back a bit more, why do you have extra material? Because probably this particular thing has been produced by primary manufacturing process like casting or bulk material forming, metal forming, like forging, rolling. So they cannot provide you with good tolerance and shape tolerance. So you need machining. Grinding is also one such operation. After that, what we are going to discuss is similarity between grinding and machining operation, that we will discuss, and these are the aspects that we will try to address. One is material removal, one is tool geometry, one is depth of cut, one is cutting speed, and these are the issues which are very important in grinding, which are finishing, tolerance and surface integrity. So this is what we are going to discuss. How much time I am going to take, I have no idea. Had I been teaching on a blackboard, it would have taken 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But this online teaching method is taking more time for me, so it might take a bit more. Typically on Saturday, I would not like to interact with you for more than 1 hour. So that is the way we will go. The rest half an hour, we will try to have one-to-one discussion if you have. But today there is no scope because we haven't covered so much of material. So first let us come to grinding action. What is grinding action? In grinding, you have a grinding wheel. So this is your grinding wheel. This is a particular grinding wheel that you are seeing. This is a alumina grinding wheel. That is the grit materials. These are the grits which are used to form the grinding wheel. There are different ways to manufacture a grinding wheel. We will discuss all that at a later date. This is a alumina grinding wheel, and this grinding wheel is having a diameter of 200 millimeter. What are the other kind of grinding wheel that you can have? You can have grinding wheel which is, oh god, this color doesn't shoot you. So red is the only color which is fine. So you have silicon carbide wheel, you have cubic boron nitride wheels, and you have diamond wheels, out of which these are called conventional abrasives. These are the abrasive materials. These are called conventional abrasives, and these are called super abrasives. When we discuss grinding wheel specifications and everything, we will discuss them thoroughly. So what we have in grinding is that a grinding wheel which is consisting of grits. This is the grit material. The example that I have given, this grit material is alumina. The other, it could have been other grit materials as well, and this is rotating in this particular direction. Though in this diagram it is shown as CBN grit, for the time being forget about it. This is the workpiece. This workpiece is moving in this particular direction with a speed that is called work speed. Typically it is represented by VW. This one is rotating with NS. It has a diameter, as we have said, this diameter is DS. For wheel, subscript S is used, and this will give its velocity Vs. We typically call it grinding speed or grinding velocity, or we call it wheel speed. the unit of Vs is meter per second. Why it is not millimeter per second, meter per minute, or something like that? Because we do not express our height in nanometers. We typically express it in centimeter because it is easier. So most of us, we would be around 170 centimeters. We would not say 1726 millimeter, neither in kilometers. So that is the reason grinding speed is expressed in meter per second. What would be the formula? The formula will remain same. Vs would be pi ds into ns, n being in rpm. This has to be divided. This is 60. Now this might become 60 times 10 depending on what is the unit of ds. If the unit of ds is millimeter, then it has to be divided by 60,000. If it is meter, then it has to be divided. There is no division. It is simply divided by 60. Now there is one more important thing that you have to understand. This is the workpiece grinding wheel engagement. This workpiece grinding wheel engagement, this is typically similar to depth of cut in machining. However, here we will call it infeed or downfeed. When it would be called infeed and when it would be called downfeed, I will explain that in the next slide. Or there is nothing to explain. These are sharing facts. That's what we will be doing. What is this diagram showing? This is not a diagram. This is a photo. This photo is showing the grids. So these are the cutting tools. So these are the cutting edges which are removing the material. So if someone says, what is grinding? What is this grinding action? In grinding, what material is removed because of milling action or micro milling action of the grinding wheel. Grinding wheel consists of grids. These grids are the cutting tools or cutting edges. They participate in chip formation. If you look closely, here some chip formation has been shown. Here some chip formation has been shown. Here some chip formation has been shown. So these grids are as if doing a micro cutting action and producing chips and removing the extra material, and in the process generating this finished surface. Now let me get rid of everything that I have annotated. So once I do that, these are different grids that is being shown. This is cubic boron nitride grid. This is diamond grid. And once again, I have to stay with red only. This is alumina grid. I also have photographs for silicon carbide grids, but I haven't shown. If you look at this diamond grid, from this distance to this distance is 100 micron. 100 micron means 0.1 millimeter. So they are roughly of 100 to 120 micron. So the grid size can be different. We will discuss all that, but the picture that I have given, they are similar. For alumina grids also, this is 200 micron. So here the grids are a bit larger as compared to this CBN or diamond wheel. So the photograph that I am showing here, the alumina grids are a bit larger. So once again, to summarize this particular slide, in grinding, you have a grinding wheel which consists of abrasive grids. The abrasive grid could be of alumina or silicon carbide, CBN or diamond. These abrasive grids, they will produce chips because of micro cutting action and the finished surface would be generated. These grids, they have a peculiarity. As you can see, for this particular figure, most of the grids, they have a same size. Here they have same size. Here they have same size. But the sizes may be different from one is to another. One very peculiar thing is that these grids are not very regular. They do not look like cutting tool inserts which are very regular. So this is one particular point that I will bring once again discuss after some time. So let us go to the next slide. Before going to the next slide, it seems there is a video. So let us look at this video. Just a minute. I hope all of you can see this video. I'll pause this video time to time. This is a surface grinding operation. There are different kinds of grinding operations. We are showing you only plant's surface grinding operation. Later on, other kind of grinding operations would be discussed. It is not only surface grinding operation. This is called plant surface grinding. Here, it is a bearing steel is being ground. I do not know whether you can see the my cursor or not, and a single layer electroplated CBN wheel is used. Typically when I write CBN, I write C as small, because typically if you write CBN, it looks like carbon boron nitride, which is not the case. CBN is nothing but cubic boron nitride, so C is written small. Whoever has prepared this video for me, he doesn't know that, so he has written it as capital CBN, but I would prefer small c. Another variant of boron nitride is hexagonal boron nitride, which is written as small HBN. The wheel diameter is 15 mm. It is a small wheel. Typically wheels are around 200 mm or so, and grinding wheel width is around 10 mm. So let us have a look at the video. I hope it has once again started. So this is the machine. This is a surface grinding machine. The operator is starting the machine now. This is the table. Table is reciprocating. This is doing a surface grinding operation. So this is reciprocating. Now what this machine is a retrofitted machine. This is not a commercially available machine. We have removed the main spindle and fitted a high speed spindle. This high speed spindle can rotate up to 60,000 RPM, because in this particular machine we use smaller wheels to test smaller wheels, which are typically used in internal grinding. So here we test them, because internal grindings, testing wheels in internal grinding configuration is rather challenging. So most of the time industry prefer initial test to be done in this manner. Currently this is rotating at 39,500 RPM. Sometime back, what happened? Sometime back we have shown you that this grinding wheel is 15 mm diameter. So you can find out, just a minute. Yeah, you can find out what is the grinding speed. The formula I have given. Now this is grinding the workpiece. This is your workpiece. This is the grinding wheel. After each pass, he is basically increasing the engagement. What we have said, it is equivalent to depth of cut, but we will call it in feed or down feed. In surface grinding we call it down feed, and most of the cylindrical grinding we call it in feed. I believe now the operator will show us how he is engaging the in feed, down feed, sorry. Basically what he is doing is that he is lowering the spindle a bit. How much? Yes, here he is lowering. So one pass goes away, once again he will lower it. So in this way he is removing material from the workpiece. So now he is switching off now it doesn't feel like rotating. After some time you will understand when it switches off. Now it switches off, the spindle is switched off, and you can understand that it has been ground, and this is the ground surface. Now let us come out of this. Fine. So let us now go to the next one. So what we have learned is that you have a small assignment. This assignment need not be submitted. We have shown you a video. In that video, what we have done is that the spindle was rotating at 39,500 RPM. The wheel diameter was 15 millimeter. So you have to find out the grinding speed in meter per second. So please find it out now itself. If you have a calculator, find it. You can find it out and you can tell me, or you can send it to me through chat box. Let me see whether any one of you has already done that. You can once again share it in our chat box. Fine. So let us go to the next one. Next one is similarity with machining. Already during explaining the grinding action, I have used one term. The abrasives are removing extra material from the workpiece by micro cutting action. This is one particular verb I have used. One more time I have used one more verb, which is micro milling action. And if you look at these two situations, you can immediately recognize the similarity between the two processes. This is grinding. This is milling. So as you can see, in milling and grinding there is lot of similarities. What are the similarity? This is the rotational speed of the grinding wheel. This is the rotational speed of the cutter. This is a milling cutter. Possibly it is a side and face milling cutter or a slab milling cutter. Anything can be there. The workpiece is being fed in this direction with a parameter which we call as work speed. Typically this value is expressed in meter per minute, or it is expressed in millimeter per second, any one of them. This is the job. Feed direction has been shown wrongly here. This is wrong. Here it is being fed in this particular direction. This is the feed velocity or feed rate. So this is feed rate. This feed rate we will designate by SM, and SM can be arrived at by feed per tooth. So this is feed per tooth into Z. Z is number of cutting edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in this particular case it is 8 into NC. So this will give feed rate. This will give feed rate, and most of the time, once again, feed rate is expressed in millimeter per minute, at times in millimeter per second. So both of them, this SM and VW, they are nothing but speed of the workpiece or speed of the table. We will say speed of the workpiece. This rotation NS will give rise to VS, that is the grinding velocity, which is nothing but pi d NS by 60, pi ds NS by 60. This would come out in meter per second, and here this is VC, which is pi DC NC, and this will come out in meter per minute. Now whether this has to be divided by 1000 or not, that depends on what is the unit of DC or DS you are considering. So now let us write down. So here you have something which is VS, the corresponding in machining is VC. This is called grinding speed. This is called cutting velocity or cutting speed in machining. This is typically represented by meter per second. This is typically represented by meter per minute. However, these days with advent of modern materials, say for example, if you are machining aluminium, with diamond coated or diamond coated cutting tool, you can safely work at 20 meter per second, which is 1200 meter per minute. Okay, this is turning operation. So typically for steel, titanium, Inconel, the speed is not so high, it is used as meter per minute, but similarly meter per second can also be used. In grinding it is always in meter per second. Now what are the other things we have? We have already said that there is something VW and here it is SM. Here it is expressed in meter per minute or millimeter per second. Here it is expressed in millimeter per minute. Both of them, they basically represent feed. This is called work speed and this is called feed rate or feed velocity. We will call it feed rate. There is one more thing that I have not discussed. What we have not discussed? This is something which is equivalent to depth of cut. What we will designate by A. What is this A? This we will call as down feed. This we will not call as depth of cut. Why we are calling it as down feed? Because this is surface grinding operation. So this is being called as down feed. Where is depth of cut here? Here it is depth of cut. You might have used some other symbols, the MTech students. Here we will use T as depth of cut. It should not be confused with T that you have used earlier. So this is the depth of cut. Now this is typically expressed in millimeter, whereas down feed is expressed in micron. So it is mu m. So these are the things. Now unfortunately I am really feeling very difficult to teach in this mode because I am not getting any feedback from the student. Let me do that. Let me do that. I do not know how much time I have taken, but still if we cannot, I have planned something. If I cannot complete, forget it. We will complete it in the next class. But at this stage I need to take some feedback from you. Okay, let me discard. That has gone. So now let me come here. So all of you please unmute your microphone. Now let me get rid of this chat. This is good enough. This one, what to do? You come here. Now as you can see, we have here also I think I can annotate. Let me see. Yes. Where the hell is this? So this was VS. This was VS. This was VC. This was meter per minute. This is meter per second. Can you tell me why one is expressed in meter per minute, another one is in meter per second? What is it indicating? Any one of you. Give me a wrong answer. This will stay here. It will not go anywhere. So please respond. Any one of you, please respond. Unmute your mic and respond. What could be the reason for which one is expressed in meter per second, another one is expressed in meter per minute? I can see a nice...
Grinding at very high.
Who is it? Please introduce. Introduce means at least tell me what is your name.
So I am Jadhav Girish. So we do grinding at very high speed.
Okay. So please, thank you for your answer. Let us give me an example. Jadhav, I haven't seen your full profile. Unfortunately, this is the case under the current situation. So let me guess your weight. So you would not be 10 kilo. You would also not be 90 kilo. You are an average Indian male. So possibly your body weight is between 50 to 70 kilo.
Yes.
Fine. Now, would I express the weight of a blue whale or an elephant in kilo? No, because an elephant or a blue whale, they would be massively weighty. They would not be as weighty as Jadhav. They would be 100 times more weighty than Jadhav. Possibly a elephant, I have no idea. I would not hazard a guess. It would be in tons. Similarly, when we are doing cutting, at that moment of time, this is in meter per minute because it is easier to express. Some typical values are 20 meter per minute, 100 meter per minute, 200 meter per minute. In case of grinding, this is around 30 meter per second, 50 meter per second. So that means 50 meter per second is how much? 50 into 60, 3000 meter per minute. So it is rather inconvenient to express in this manner. So it is expressed in meter per second. So what you get is, this is a numerical number. We have not given any explanation, but one fact you are learning: in grinding, for some reason, the equivalent of cutting speed, which is grinding speed, is massively large. What was the next one? I do not know how to get rid of this. Oh God. Okay. How to, let us go back to review, start inking, this one. Next one we had was VW, and here the equivalent was SM. For SM it was called millimeter per minute, whereas in this particular case it was meter per minute. How much meter per minute? Let me give an example. It is 0.5 to typically 12 meter per minute. Can it not be ground at 20 meter per minute? Yes, but the range is this particular one. So if it is 12 meter per minute, it is 200 millimeter per second. How much is this millimeter per minute? That we will explain after some time. I'll try to explain that after some time. Next one was A, which was called downfeed, and here it was T, which was depth of cut. How much is the depth of cut in machining operation? Maybe 0.1 millimeter to 5 millimeter. So that kind of thing. So 0.1 to 5 millimeter. How much is depth of cut? This is in millimeter, mind you. And this one is 2 to 40 micron. How much is micron? 1 micron is 1000 of a millimeter. So here it is one order difference. So 1 rupee, 1 paisa, the difference is 2 orders. So 100 times. Here it is, if it is 2 micron and if it is 2 millimeter, it is 1000 times. So from this, would you be able to guess something which I'll come later on? I don't know when it will come. But fine. Okay, I'll not take any guess from you. But please note this down. Later on, we will be using it to our advantage. Now let us try to get SM. Let us see how much would be SM. SM is S into N. How do you get rid of it? Oh God. Eraser is there. People should help me. I am ignorant. You should tell me. So S into Z into N. So in the previous example, we have said Z was 8. Let us take 10. 10 is a nice number. S is 0.1 millimeter per tooth. And say it is rotating at 300 RPM. So this will become, this if you multiply, this becomes 1. So it is 300 millimeter per minute. And earlier we have said VW is say 6 meter per minute. So which is 6000 millimeter per minute. So there is one more lesson to learn. In surface grinding, VW and SM, they are comparable, but SM is feed rate in milling is typically much less than table speed in grinding. This is what you have learned. VC is much less than VS. One is in meter per second, one is in meter per minute. So it is almost 2 order higher, and down feed and depth of cut, they are a difference of 3 order. Depth of cut in milling is much higher as compared to down feed. Now let us go back to the presentation mode. So we have discussed this, now let us come here. Fine. So for that, let me go. Achha, all of you can mute yourself, please. So let us compare something between conventional machining and cutting grinding speed. So this is a turning situation. As we have already said, VC is equal to pi dW into NW, where this is rotating with a speed of NW and this is having a diameter of dW. This is the cutting tool. This is being fed in this particular direction. This is the depth of cut T. So the process parameters are VC, T and feed. Feed in IIT KGP we designate by S. The MTech students might have designated feed by something else. In this particular diagram, this is the displacement of the cutting tool which has occurred in a single revolution. In a single revolution of the cutting tool. So this is the feed. Now this also I have shown once again. This is A, this is VW, and Vs is nothing but pi ds into ns divided by 60. That will give you in meter per second, provided this is in meter. If it is in millimeter, it has to be further divided by 1000. So this also I have explained in the previous slide. So this is your depth of cut, this is SM, and similarly you have VC. So this is the comparison between conventional machining and grinding. This we have already done in the previous slide itself, we have done. So we kind of summarized here. Now this is down feed and material removal rate, depth of cut. Okay. Now as you have already known that depth of cut is around 0.1 millimeter to 5 millimeter, and here depth of cut which is down feed is 2 to 40 micron, and we are being asked to speculate about something which is material removal rate. Can you speculate about material removal rate? And once again, those who would like to participate, please unmute yourself and talk about that.
Sir,
yes, please. You are too near to your mic. Keep the mic at least 6 inches away from your face. Then only I will be able to hear you. And please tell your first name or family name, whatever it is.
Sir, Sturgill here.
Oh, yes.
Sir, the material removal rate in case of grinding will be least. It has very less material removal rate.
So material removal rate in grinding, this is our grinding case, is going to be less, whereas material removal rate in turning is going to be high. All of you, whether you are dual degree student or MTech student, you know how to calculate material removal rate. However, supplementary videos would be made and I will post them in YouTube, and you have to go through them if you require. It will refresh your memories. Initially, almost for 1.5 weeks, there would be lot of material which I have to cover because I do not know the level of all the students. I need to bring them at par using the same kind of terminology and notation. So sometimes the lectures should be a bit repetitive. I cannot help it. So what, I forgot your name. Come again.
Sir, Sharjil.
Sharjil. So Sharjil has already said very correctly, material removal rate in machining is high, material removal rate in grinding is less. In turning, Typical material removal rate is Vc into S into T. So if you say cutting speed in turning is 120 meter per minute, which is 2 meter per second, which is 2000 millimeter per second, it comes out to be 2000 into say 0.1 into say depth of 1 millimeter. So this comes out to be 200 millimeter cube per second. In surface grinding, and that to plunge, MRR, this should be derived later on. For the time being, please take it at the face value, is VW. It is not VS. This is VW. Where is VW? This is VW. This is VW into A into BW. BW you cannot see. BW is the width of the cutting job, that is in the perpendicular to the screen that you are seeing on your laptop or mobile, wherever you are seeing. Typical VW we said is 6 meter per minute. Why do I love this number 6 meter? Because this boils down to 100 millimeter per second and I do not require a calculator. So this becomes 100. For equivalence, this was taken as 1. So I would not have any bias towards grinding, positive or negative. So I'll also take it as 1. And this is downfeed. Downfeed is between 2 to 40. Once again, 10 micron is a very good number. So 10. To bring it into millimeter domain, it has to be multiplied by -3. So it becomes 1 millimeter cube per second. Am I correct in my calculation? Any one of you please confirm? Any one of you please confirm, is the calculation correct or not? Because the dual degree students, they know that I am infamous in writing 5 into 2 equal to 90. I am very bad in doing mathematics, so please help me always. Achha, now where is this erase thing? Achha, erase everything. So what we gather? We gather that material removal rate in grinding is low as compared to machining. We guessed this earlier itself because A is drastically less. Though VW is more than VS, VM, but A is much smaller, sorry, A is much smaller than T, where this is T. This is T. Fine. Now let me look at my mobile, how much time I have taken. I have to get a small clock. Oh, it is already 45 minutes. I will not hurry it up, maybe another 15 minutes, whatever material we can cover. Achha, now how to go to the next slide. Okay. So tool geometry, this is interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting. So all of you know, oh God, all of you know about this one. This is called cutting speed, or sometime it is called cutting velocity. Velocity is a vector and this is the representation of the cutting velocity vector. As because I am representing the cutting velocity vector with a dot, this is a turning situation. This is a turning situation. As because I am representing with a dot, this is projected towards you. And the plane of the paper for this particular slide, not slide, this particular box or this particular schematic is pi r. Pi r is a plane which is perpendicular to BC vector. Okay. And this has been drawn in orthogonal plane. Where is orthogonal plane? Orthogonal plane is somewhere over here. These things has already been covered for undergraduate dual degree student in MTM. I understand it would also be covered to some extent in for the MTech student in their respective colleges. So this is your orthogonal plane, pi O. An orthogonal plane is a plane which is simultaneously perpendicular to pi R and pi C. Do not get frustrated, because tool geometry would not be our bread and butter as it was bread and butter in MTM, and for MTech students it would be bread and butter in theory of machining, but we require some traceability to machining terminology quite often. This has been drawn, as I said, in pi O. This vector is the cutting velocity vector, and this one is nothing but pi R, which looks like a line. This is my rake surface and this is my rake angle. This is orthogonal rake. Any one of you, can you unmute yourself and tell me whether it is positive rake or negative rake? Any one of you. Who is it? I cannot hear you. Hello.
This is Durganand.
Sorry?
Positive.
No, this is not positive rake.
Positive rating, sir.
This is negative rake. This is,
yes, negative.
It is negative rake. This is not positive rake. Had it been positive rake, oh God. This doesn't have any friction. This digital pens, it's horrible. This is the chip formation shown in orthogonal plane. This looks horrible. Please excuse me, I can't do anything better than this. This is your pi R. This is your VC. This is your rake surface. The rake surface is inclined downward. So this is orthogonal rake and this is positive. I have drawn two figures. One was drawn previously and one I have tried to draw. I am really very ashamed that I have drawn such a nasty figure. But more or less I could convey the meaning. Now there is something more interesting. How much is this negative rake? What is your estimate? For both of them, how much is your estimate? Is it minus 10 degree, minus 15 degree? Let us agree to a number. This is minus 15 degree. Let us say.
10.
Minus 10. I have written minus 15. How to erase I do not know. So please accept this as minus 10. Someone has said minus 10. So at least this one I will say this is plus 10 degree. So what is this feature? If you go to a shop and you feel like having a 5-star. I have not taken 5-star chocolate for a very, very long time. I do not know what is the price. So typically how much would be the price? Anyone?
5 rupees, sir.
5 rupees. Then it is going to be very small. Okay, someone goes there and he would not like to take 5-star. He is a Bengali from Kharagpur or Medinipur district and he is very fond of sweets. In Tech Market you have not come. This is a shame you are not here. At least dual degree students should be able to relate. There is Bimala sweets or Mishtanno Bhandar, whatever it is. You go there and you purchase Rasgulla. Rasgullas are 10 rupees. 5 stars are 5 rupees. A packet of milk is 30 rupees or 25 rupees. No one is going to say, Acha khalo de dena kuch. This is not the way people will treat you. They will say you have to pay 25 rupees if you want a 500 ml of milk. So what is it? These prices are definitive. In machining, the angles or tool geometry is defined, or what should I say? They are well defined. The tool geometry in machining is well defined. Orthogonal rake is plus 10 degree. Inclination angle is 0 degree. Principal cutting edge angle is 75 degree. Auxiliary cutting edge angle is 15 degree. nose radius is 0.8 millimeter. Everything is well defined. Now, what is the case in case of grinding? Achha, for MTech students, if you have learned tool geometry using some other designation system, that will not help. Try to learn it in ISO old or ISO new system. What is ISO old? ISO old is orthogonal rake system and ISO new is normal rake system. For our dual degree boys, we have covered this in orthogonal rake system. Normal rake system and their interrelation would be covered at the master's level. So you would not attend that class, but MTech students, you get yourself acquainted with ISO old or wire system. So we would use orthogonal rake, inclination angle, principal cutting edge angle, auxiliary cutting edge angle, and then principal clearance angle and auxiliary clearance angle. This kind of things we would use. Okay, so my submission or my summary is that tool geometry is well defined. Now, where is my cursor? Erase everything. Let us go to this one. Is tool geometry well defined in case of grinding? Now, that is the question that we have to answer. Where is my cutting tool? This is my cutting tool. What is a cutting tool? This is a grit. What are the grit materials? Alumina, silicon carbide, diamond, CBN. Have you looked at grits earlier? Yes. Unfortunately, forget about defined geometry. Their shape is not uniform. Their size is to some extent uniform. This is one particular size in one direction. This is in another direction. This looks almost like a stone chip. This one almost looks like a potato. This one is having a pointed edge. So, the geometry is not well defined. So, this is the first observation. In grinding, grit geometry is not, I do not have space, so I would simply write WD, well defined. Let us look at some more grits. I believe some more grits are there. This is alumina grit, and this is the example that I would like to give. So, where is it? This is a grit that I have drawn. There are, what are these lines? These lines are depicting there is a raised point here. Okay. And this is the cutting edge. This is moving in this direction with a velocity Vs. So, what is this plane? This red plane. This is a plane which is perpendicular to Vs. So, this is pi r plane. Where is your rake surface? This is your rake surface and this is your clearance surface. So, this angle is effective rake angle. How much is it? Is it positive or negative? This is highly negative. The way I have drawn, this is almost minus 45 degree. Would all the grit pose minus 45 degree? No. Some of them would pose minus 80 degree. Some of them would pose 0 degree. Some of them would pose plus 5 degree. Some will pose minus 55 degree. So, in grinding, by doing a statistical average, people have seen that rake angle in grinding is minus 60 degree. This is a factual statement. This is there is no explanation. There is an explanation, but why is it minus 60? Why not minus 62? There is no explanation. What is the takeaway? Takeaway is that in grinding, the geometry of the grit is not well defined. It poses varied rake angle. Most of the time, rake angle is negative, and for analysis purpose, the name of the subject is theory of abrasive machining. We have to do lot of analysis. For representative purpose, we will take rake angle in grinding as minus 60 degree. Okay, I will not cover these two things. Okay, no, why not? This we have covered earlier. So let me please allow me to take 5 more minutes, and let me complete whatever I have designed for today, please. So as I said, this is the basic purpose. Basic purpose of grinding is to improve tolerance, both size tolerance and shape tolerance. This is the basic purpose. As a free gift, return gift from birthday party, so that free gift is finishing. You get improved finish, much more improved finish that you get. There is one more story. The story is primary manufacturing. From that it comes to machining. Quite often after machining you do heat treatment. After heat treatment your work material becomes hard. As it becomes hard, you cannot do normal machining operation. So what you need to do to improve surface finish and tolerance, you have to do grinding. And when you do grinding on hardened work material, then surface integrity comes very, very important. What is surface integrity? Surface integrity is that once you have ground a surface, past participle of grinding is not grinded, ground. Once you ground a surface, did you unfortunately introduce crack? Did you unfortunately change the microstructure? Did you unfortunately introduce tensile residual stress? So these are the aspects of surface integrity. So this becomes very, very important. So grinding is, the purpose of grinding is to improve tolerance, both size and shape. As a corollary, you get finished, improved finish. When you are doing grinding, most of the time you are doing it on hardened work material. When you do that, you have to get a desired surface integrity. So this is the basic summary of grinding. So what we have covered today, or till now, we have covered purpose of grinding, basics of grinding, similarity between grinding and machining, identification of process parameter. This we haven't done. Finish grinding, exactly I have said it is done, but what is finish grinding and what is bulk material grinding, this we will discuss later on. And as far as these are concerned, classification was done in both the with both the group of students, primary manufacturing, secondary manufacturing, other manufacturing process. Even I talked about additive manufacturing. Material removal processes we have discussed, conventional material removal process, non-traditional, what are they, you know, I have also identified. Machining processes we have discussed, grinding processes we have started discussing. Grinding is a finishing process that I have indicated. This we have not done. We will do this in the next class, and tomorrow hopefully I will prepare 6 videos. All of them would be hardly 5 to 6 minutes of duration on different material removal rate, and I will upload them. So this is the end of lecture, the first formal lecture. Before we disengage, let me take the attendance. For taking the attendance, how to take it? Shiva Shankar, all of you can unmute yourself. Kailash Raja.
Yes, sir.
Harsh. Arpit Patel. Arpit Patel was there?
Yes, sir.
Arey bhai, unmute yourself. Acha, Shantanu. Shantanu was also there. Where is he?
Present, sir.
Or where are you?
here on.
Oh, achha, you are there, Shantanu. Acha, More,
Yes, sir.
do you see? Typically, I call students by first name, but if someone is having a family name like Tendulkar or Gavaskar, so it is difficult. But I will try to call you Ashok.
It's showing.
Shiva Shankar is there.
Shankar is present, sir.
Shiva Shankar went to toilet or what?
No, sir. I said.
Next time I'll ask everyone to be on. Video should be on. So More is present. Ashok is present. Ankit. Anup.
Yes, sir.
Who is Anup? Acha. Muralidhar.
Yes, sir.
Acha. Ritesh. Girish.
Present, sir.
Your first name is Girish?
Yeah. Yes, my name is Girish.
Not your name, your first name.
Yeah, first name is Girish.
Yes. Gajanan.
Present, sir.
Okay. Durganand. Hey, bhai, where are you? Rohitash.
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Achha,
Present, sir.
there are two guys saying Rohitash. What is it? Rohit Punia. What is your name, son?
Sir, Durganand is present, sir. This is Durganand.
So what were you doing when I was calling your name? Acha,
I already
Rohit.
called you, sir.
Rohit Punia. I can see a Google name as Rohit Punia. Who is it? No. I am asking a very straightforward question. I do not have a student called Rohit Punia, but I do see a screen name as Rohit Punia. So what is your name? Rohitas. So are you using somebody else's Google Meet, Google credentials? Is it very difficult to generate a Gmail account? I do not know. Achha, last guy is Sarjil. Where are you, son?
Present, sir.
Present. Achha, Sarjil, you have a habit of eating your mobile phone or laptop mic. They are not 5 stars. Okay, so keep your mouth beat away from yourself. Achha, let me have a look. Let me have a look of everyone. How do you look like? Please enable your videos. Rohit Saab, please enable your video. Rohit Punia. Get a new Gmail. Acha, and there is one G. There is one G. Then who is this? Durganand. Then there is Ashok. Ashok, can I have you on my screen? Okay, nice. Please sit down. Do not roam around. Sit down. You people are so. Acha, who is this guy? Durganand. Can I see you? Please. Are you not in a presentable condition? Hello, Durganand. Achha, this guy is possibly still within mosquito net. So thank you so much. Some of you or all of you, you have wished me Happy Teachers Day. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for attending the class. Once again, we will meet. I have already shared the whole syllabus, as well as what else have I shared? I have shared the timetable. So you know the timetable. If someone is having any problem with the timetable, please go to your respective faculty advisor and timetable in charge. I would not be able to resolve this. Thank you so much. Thank you for attending the class. Stay safe. Kharagpur situation is not good, so I do not know where you are from. Please stay safe and take all the precautions. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.